Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today it's the finale of my 300 plus graded coin ancient unboxing. Been sending a lot down there. It took about 4 months for this stuff to get back, and I'm super excited to see really what's inside. So I've got 50 coins on this side, and then over here I've got, it should be, if the full submission, they split up into two, was 173. There's 23 coins, but 9 of them are ungraded. So again, that could either be like bronze disease, not genuine, could be no decision, could be unidentifiable, could be a type that they don't grade. So we're gonna look at both. Super pumped to see what's inside. I always say that, but it is still true. It's still really is a treasure hunt for me. So hoping to bring that enthusiasm and talk about the coin's history and a little bit on their values, give you an opportunity to do some grading or puzzling why this is fake or no decision, whatever. But let's go right ahead and see what's inside. All right, so here are the coins. We're gonna have the remainder, it looks like 50, and then 9 ungraded ones alongside maybe 7 or so more. I'm gonna start with these ones because I think if people are just gonna watch for a little while, it would be most informative to show them like the coins that are, what's it called? Sorry for, I'm now slightly spacing or blanking a little bit. But the ones that are not genuine or have some kind of issue with them. So I'm going to start. It looks like there's also a few oversized ones. It looks like, let's see, this one will be, well, we'll start with the ones in back here, just to have some level of suspense. That's a beautiful looking coin. It has, I'm not exactly sure, a few scratches on it and a great portrait of seated either Baal or Zeus. I would guess that this one would be like VF. Actually, I would go choice fine. It's going to be fine. Cilicia. There was a lot of fractional silver in this batch. Right here we've got an interesting head with, I don't exactly know, that might be like a ram's head or something like that. You can kind of see like a sheep look. Maybe it's a lion. I would call that VG, which it is. From, yeah, Kebron, I think it is a kind of ram's head. There is a great looking, it's some kind of amphora with pretty good detail. I would push this one up to choice fine, and it's just going to be regular fine, but a Thessalian obol, beautiful silver fractional type, and that's a great, I think it's Pentakipion, or I forget how to pronounce it. I would call that choice fine. If the other, oh man, I keep on being a little too aggressive, but great bull's head, just beautiful fractional type. There's another one of these amphorae, which I would say this is, I'm gonna go yet again, choice fine. I think it's there. VF, Aeolus. It's nice enough, a little bit of an edge chip up top. I don't know all the different city-states and kind of their significance. That would be something for me to learn. That's interesting, like full kind of sheep design, great portrait on the front. I'll call that VF as well. And it is Troas Neandria, a nice obol. There's a beautiful Attican, like the Athenian owl, but a obol or hemiobol. That's probably like fine, choice fine, nice. Hemiobol, that's a half obol, which is like the fractional standard versus a dram. It's before the denarius time. That's probably just fine. Choice fine. Lesbos methinma with a great little trophy on the reverse. And then this one, this seems very small, some kind of maybe Phocaean type. Colophon, Tetrartomorion in choice fine. And then we've got another one. This one looks to be in pretty good shape. I would call that one VF. Choice XF, wow. I didn't know that was that nice of shape. Well, that one could, you know, it's nice to have it graded 6th century BC. That's a heck of an old coin. And this one is very thick. Looks like some sort of Alexander tetradrachm, maybe a little bit of sea wear from being in water for a prolonged amount of time. Something like that, I think, is like choice VF. That's a really nice looking tetradrachm. And it's going to be regular VF, but still, that's awesome. We've got a few other of these oversized. That's a Diletron from Sicily. It's got portrait on one side, then we have the dolphins around a star in the middle. I would call this like VG, which it is. What is this? This looks like a nice like lion stater. Pretty worn though, especially the reverse is really worn. I would say like maybe VG. VF, that's way better than, okay, that's an exciting find right there as well. VF Carrion Stater from the 6th to the 5th century BC, 525 to 450. It's awesome. One more of these oversized holders. We got a turtle stater. This one's pretty worn, maybe also G with a test cut in it. But good thing it's real, which it is. VG, Agena, a little bit of toning. I've had those coins for a long time. Now, before we get into the other 50 coins, we've got a bunch of interesting items, and we'll go one by one. Some of these might be not identifiable. That's a nice Western Satraps coin. I think that's probably just not something that they can identify. Yeah, ineligible type. Let's see what this one is. I think this is like a Philip the like 1/5 tetragram. I'm going to give you the opportunity. I actually don't know what it is, but on a lot of these Greek ones, I want to send it in. There's that side. This one was purchased by, it looks like there's something up there. This one was purchased by Spencer for us and seemed kind of rare, so I wanted to send it. Didn't sell any of the similar type. And we'll take a look. Not genuine. Good thing we caught it. There might be a few more of the not genuine in this, because I definitely sent in a lot of these fractional types I was less sure of. Like this one was one that was in a group that I thought was a little bit suspicious. Maybe it'll be not genuine as well. Insufficient detail to identify. Very clear line portrait though. I wonder how many of them will be like that. This one's a nice little Syrian, or like a ball type. Not genuine Cilician obol. Good to know. This one we thought had very strange style, so we sent it in. Parian hemidram. No decision. So if I sell that, that means that they don't know if it's fake or real, but they care a lot about only certifying real coins. So they didn't want to encapsulate it. This is a Catavolani unit from Fragile. Okay, it's a little bit too fragile to put into a holder. It's like a Celtic coin, ineligible type. Some kind of a bronze tooled Akizikis dram. At least it's real. That's good news. This looks like a Ptolemy Philadelphus. Insufficient detail to ID. So they probably could not get the specific ruler on there. Some kind of Ptolemaic type. Looks like Ptolemy the second or something, but I'll have to look into that further. Last one here. Some kind of bronze. Insufficient detail to ID. Alright. It's not actually terrible. It's only 2 fake ones. And they were the rare types that I was like, oh, that's awesome that we got it. We'll definitely send it in. But neither are going to be genuine. There's definitely some genuine ones that we were able to certify. So, and then only one no decision. That's the same on the other batch. And then so we got a few. I think all these would be, I think I would get some of the money back. Maybe not all of it. And then one tooled coin. It's been improved too much. Great. That's pretty, I don't think that that's too severe. So good learning lessons, but out of 300 coins, many of which I thought were, I wanted to get the sense for if they were real or not, to have only 4 of them be, confirmed not real and 2 flagged for possible issues. That seems, it's a good indicator of, in ancient coins at least, being pretty solid around authenticity. And obviously, I didn't sell them raw because I wanted to, A, make sure they were real. B, if they were these rare types that were then real, I want to make sure that I could get the full, price for them. So, back into these other coins here. I don't know what this coin is. It's some kind of a, maybe Parthian type. VG Frappiatos Mithridates. You can see somewhat of like those elements on the reverse, more so the style of the face. Marks VG. A little bit unclear in terms of what that might be worth. That one looks like it's pretty decent detail. I'd call it VF, which it is an Aeolus diable. great. Same thing with that one, I would say choice VF, which it is. A hemiable, just great. Really nicely struck. This is supposed to be a pretty rare type that I was excited that I got. Forget what it is, but some kind of Ionian oval in VF shape. That's awesome. This one's a little thicker of a Ionian. I would call that choice fine. Just regular fine. Phocaian diable. Here we've got, that's pretty good detail on the reverse as it is on the front. I would say choice VF again. Choice fine. Mysia lampsacus. Diable, there's a Tenedos axe type dual face Janiform portrait in good. And also this one, I would call that one, if the last one was good, this is also probably good. Fine. Mysia lampsacus. Again, 6th century to 5th century BC is pretty exciting. There's another Tenedos one that I would call, that one's probably more towards fine, which it is. And some kind of a portrait there. I would call this one also fine. VG lampsacus. A lot of different fractional types here, which are just fun. They're often pretty uncommon. This one I would call like good. Let's see. That one's a little bit better detail. I'd call it fine. VG. A little bit of a scuff they've notated, and then some kind of plancha issue there, but good enough detail where I'd call it fine. VG edge chip. So I've been getting too optimistic, which is sometimes concerning in coins. This one looks like it's in great shape. I'm going to go bold choice VF, and it is. Lampsacus diable, just fantastic 4th century BC portraiture. Same thing, nice detail right there. I would call that choice fine. Choice VF, Pisidia selge, great looking oval. That one is fantastic. Beautiful type, I would call that VF. Choice fine of Pamphylia. Small square, but an interesting front-facing portrait here. Kind of looks LMAN, but I think it's much older. I'll call it VF. Choice VF Lesbos. A nice rose. It was good. Another nice detail. I'm going to pull this back to choice fine. VF. Just a little bit more wear, I think, as I see it. That one looks nice. I would tab that one at VF. Choice fine. Interesting how sometimes a little off. Nagadus. Oval, that's fine. Choice fine. Beautiful type VF is what I'm hoping for. Choice VF. Aspendus. We've got the Aspendus stators, so we've got a nice little mix of great coins. Yeah, from Aspendus. Carrion type. That's probably another G. VG. Islands of Rhodes. Fantastic shape. I'm going to go XF and be bold. Of course, it's only VF with marks. I can't find. Let's see if we can see the marks. But just such nice detail in that. I'm a big fan. Same thing with, this is probably like G. An Anus diable. A little bit more worn, but still good detail for VF is my predicted grade. Choice VF is what it's going to come in at. And that is an interesting type. I forget what that is. VG, a Cyprus Evagris 3rd stator. I think that's a more popular type, definitely in the eBay category, which is fantastic. Some kind of a Siglos fractional, probably G. It is Achaemenid Empire, 1/6 Siglos. I think I thought it was a 12th Siglos. That thing's worn. I forget what I would have thought it was. Probably G. VF. Ionia Teos. Tatartamornian. Oh, I think maybe there you see the bird with an outstretched mouth. Nice. Forget what that is as well. I'm going to call it G. Some kind of Cilician oval. Oh, these are always interesting. With a nice bird on the front. We'll call it fine. VF, Troas, Abydos. All these fractional coins were, and that's a nice ram fine from Kebron. All of them would have been, there was just a lot more trading with these smaller size types minted by like city states. That's probably fine. VF, Abydos. Let's see if we can discern what exactly we're looking at. Oh, maybe it's, there it is. You see an eagle's kind of body, or chicken's body, and then beak outstretched. That's nice. Fine. I'll call it choice fine. VF. Nice. Again, like chicken or bird type. That's a Aeolus. I think it's Chime. Probably VG. Choice fine. Wow. Amiable. Nice little lion with the tunny. I'll call that fine. Choice fine. Miziakizikis. That one's nice looking. I'd go up to XF on it. It is nice. Beautiful. Those are pretty sought after. This one's a little bit thicker. I would call it VF. Choice VF. Got to try to find some more of these. Beautiful Ionian type. Maybe a hemiable. Or no, it's not. I can't tell if it's a B or if it's two like bulls charging. I think it's a B. I'm going to go good. VG Ephesus Hemidram. That's nice. That's really nice. And then great detail on this thing. A little tougher on the front. VF is what I'd call it. Choice fine is where they're going to be. Ionia Miletus. This one looks a little nicer. VF is what I'm looking for. Choice VF. And then right here, also probably choice fine. Yep. Go fine. Yep. Ionia Miletus. It's interesting to see like on a sliding scale how they're looking at ancients. This one has a little touch worse shape. I would go, I'm going to stay at fine and not choice VG. Yep, it is fine. I don't even know if choice VG is a grade. This one looks choice fine. VF, nice. A little bit better. Great lion obverse portrait. Pleased with that. Camarian Bosporus, I think. That's probably G though. Caria Mylosa, nice. Another fraction with the bull. That one should be like fine. Choice fine. Bosporus. Okay, I've gotten which one was the Bosporus wrong there. Same thing on this one. If the last one was choice fine, I would say this one would be fine. It's also choice fine. Maybe a little variance within the grade. That one looks sharp. I'm going to go choice VF. It is. Mylosa, maybe Miletus Tatartamorian, I think is like a 1/4 obol. But definitely a fraction of an obol. And then there's the Thracian Chersonesos. That one's nice. I would go VF. It is VF. That's a 3-figure coin. Awesome. That basically concludes this entire hunt, which has been a pretty large one, and definitely going to have learned quite a lot from it. Very pleased on that front. It's interesting. It seems like these don't stack quite as well, potentially because, you know, maybe it's not like perfect in terms of the this style of slab. But I'm excited to I'll get together a pretty good thumbnail. We got some sick coins in here. Beautiful stators, diletrons, tetradrams, you know, only 4 oversized holders. And then really interesting to think through. Okay, we got a few ineligible types, a few without enough detail to identify, 1 tooled coin, 1 no decision with a weird style, and then a fake Cilician obol and a fake Macedonian 1/5 tetradram. Both of those would have been nice hits. So, you know, that's why we send it in. Want to make sure it's real. Great, a lot of learning here. Super neat. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to head on over to treasuretown.com and sign up for our email list to stay up to date on everything that's happening, whether it's auction updates, exciting new inventory drops, coin collecting news, or general informational resources. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on another one.